The same Chelsea board that sacked Pochettino and Maresca now brings in Xabi Alonso, and that is the detail most people miss. If you think Alonso and Palmer do not fit because they have never worked together, you're wrong. Palmer came through Guardiola's academy. Alonso was coached by Guardiola at Bayern.
He's so intelligent player.
They were shaped by the same football philosophy before they ever met. More importantly, he is the anti-star. Quiet, introverted, cold. No ego off the pitch, no challenging authority. He is exactly what Alonso did not have at Madrid, a player with the technical genius and vision of Arda Güler. And there is one more detail that nobody is talking about. During the negotiations, Alonso told the Chelsea board he wants to build a team of mentality monsters, the same ethos Jurgen Klopp made famous at Liverpool. Liverpool rejected Alonso, chose to keep Arne Slot, a manager now under enormous pressure from his own fan base, a Liverpool legend using Liverpool's philosophy to build Chelsea into an unstoppable machine. But the biggest misconception you're hearing right now is that Palmer will be the new Florian Wirtz. He will not. Palmer is a player who functions when the system delivers the ball to him. At Leverkusen, Wirtz was not allowed to drop deep to collect the ball. Put Palmer in a cage and you get a decent player. Palmer is an anomaly in the fast and transitional Premier League. He is the only player who possesses a pure Spanish gene, la pausa, the ability to stop the ball and freeze the game, hold possession while scanning the pitch and waiting for his teammates to position themselves. Alonso has found the perfect hybrid, one he does not need to compromise his principles for. Chelsea lost the FA Cup final to Manchester City 1-0 on Saturday. That means one thing for next season: no European football. At Real Madrid, Alonso was playing every 3 days, patching up a broken dressing room, no time to drill his mechanisms on the training pit. At Chelsea, he gets the most valuable thing a system manager can ask for: clean weeks of work. Why does every new Chelsea manager think Palmer is the problem? The answer was at Chelsea long before Xabi Alonso. That was Mauricio Pochettino.
A player like Cole Palmer, you cannot say, no, you move from here to there.
The manager of the United States national team is publicly explaining to English football how to coach their own player because Rosenjor makes the fatal mistake. He pulls Palmer deeper. He asks him to mechanically build play instead of finishing it. I came on for 30 minutes and I couldn't even sprint. I couldn't even shoot. Club World Cup winner with 2 goals against PSG in the final. The same player today cannot shoot a ball. And that is not a coincidence. Pochettino did the exact same thing 10 years ago. At just 20 years old, Dele Alli scored 18 Premier League goals and registered 9 assists. He won the Young Player of the Season award, just like Palmer when Pochettino left. His career never recovered. Is Cole Palmer heading the same way as Dele Alli? That is the least important part. To understand why Alonso is exactly what Chelsea and Palmer need, we first have to understand what Pochettino did. The answer is simple. Pochettino gave him complete freedom. If we had given him the minutes we gave Foden, he would still be at Manchester City. Palmer was already technically elite, shaped by City's academy, but he was never a system player. His position is not decided by a tactical board in the dressing room. It is decided by how the opposition moves in that specific moment. He is a drifter with an extraordinary football IQ, the type of player who forces the entire team and the opposition to play in his rhythm. Wherever they move, they drag 2 or 3 defenders with them, which is ultimately the same reason behind Hazard's injury and Palmer's today. First Chelsea goal and assist came against Burnley. Pochettino beats his former club. Palmer scores and assists again in the first big derby. The first sign of that cold mentality came against Manchester City, a penalty in the 101st minute, 3 points taken from Guardiola in the dying second. His cold celebration is born at the end of the year with 2 goals against Luton. Regular starter with the number 10, 9 penalties scored from 9 in the season, first career hat trick. The winning goals against United scored in the 100th and 101st minute. Then the match against Everton, a perfect hat-trick in 29 minutes. First player in Premier League history to score 4 goals in the first half of a single match.
Perfect hat-trick in 30 minutes. It's incredible.
29 no.
22 goals in 33 games and 11 assists. Young player of the season. The board saw all of that and still sacked Pochettino after 1 season. Palmer took Pochettino's departure hard. Gaffer, thank you for everything you have done for me and making my dreams come true. The last thing Palmer needed was a Guardiola disciple, but Maresca was smart enough to know he could not put Palmer in a box. He moved him into the number 10 role, and something nobody expected happened. First 7 matches under Maresca, Palmer scores 6 goals and 5 assists. Under Maresca, he pushed Chelsea into the top 4 with 24 goal contributions. Chelsea looked like they had figured it out. Pochettino becomes the past. 2 years later, Pochettino explained why. What I understood at the beginning didn't happen later. When things didn't match our vision, we said it's better to part ways. Pochettino was sacked because he refused to fall in line. Chelsea lifts the Club World Cup trophy. Palmer scores twice against PSG in the final. It all falls apart by December. 18 consecutive Premier League games without a goal. Maresca tells the press the problem is mental, which is partly true. Palmer played every single minute of every match in his first season, and for much of his second. He went from Manchester City's reserve squad to the player an entire franchise depends on. Overnight, before the West Ham match, warm up, Palmer pulls up, pubalgia, the same injury that derailed Lamine Yamal that season. He returns on the 13th of September, goal against Brentford, goal against Bayern Munich, but the injury comes back, the same condition that Lionel Messi once described. Pubalgia is complicated. I have been suffering from it for some time. I train a little and cannot play every match. It is not a problem that gets solved overnight. He does not play again until the 5th of December. He comes back against Leeds. After the match, he admits the truth. I came on for 30 minutes and I couldn't even sprint. I couldn't even shoot, but I wanted to play so much. They ran him into the ground until that coldness was gone. After a win over Everton, Maresca tells the press those were the worst 48 hours since he arrived at the club. Too many people inside the club had not supported the team. The board took it as a direct attack.
The last 48 hours has been the worst 48 hours since I joined the club.
Maresca parts ways with Chelsea at the halfway point of the season. Guardiola steps out to face the press. From my point of view, Chelsea lost an incredible coach, an incredible person. And that's the key. Everyone is talking about Xabi Alonso coming to Chelsea, but everyone is missing the point. Forget the tactics for a second. The story starts with one word in the contract: manager, not head coach. Alonso is the first Chelsea manager in 13 years to hold that title. Pochettino and every manager who came after him were just coaches inside the Blueco machine, forced to work with whatever the sporting directors handed them. Alonso just changed that. He demanded and received veto power over transfers, his own medical team, full control over the dressing room. To understand why, we need to go back to his collapse at Real Madrid. Why did he get sacked there but write history at Leverkusen? The answer is ego. Alonso's system demands fanatical obedience and defensive discipline. At Madrid, stars like Mbappe and Vinicius refused. They were bigger than the manager. The system collapsed. At Leverkusen, he had soldiers, players who ran kilometers for him, who never put themselves above the club. Chelsea now offers him exactly that, an expensive squad, but a tactically obedient one. And that is where Cole Palmer comes in. Palmer on Alonso. Everyone is excited. Top manager. We can't wait to get started. The machine is ready.